Hello and welcome to the agenda. I am Ajay Kaul. In this program today, we will discuss the row between the centre and non-BJP ruled states over GST compensation. Non-BJP ruled states are upset with the centre over the issue of GST compensation. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said last week that there is a shortfall of rupees 2.35 lakh crore in GST collections this year because of coronavirus, and hence the states should borrow money to offset their dues. Unhappy over this, chief ministers of states like West Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Delhi and Chhattisgarh have written to the centre saying it has the constitutional responsibility to make the payment due to them. Clearly, the face-off between the centre and the states is brewing over this issue. We will discuss this matter in the agenda today with BJP spokesman Rahula Sridhar Reddy and political analyst Diptesh Roy, who is known for his pro-Trinamool Congress views. But before we start the conversation, let us have a look at this small report.
A fresh row has been triggered by the central government's recent statement regarding inability to pay GST compensation to the states because of the economic crisis caused by coronavirus. Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said that there is a shortfall of rupees 2.35 lakh crore in GST collections this year, and hence the states should borrow money to offset their dues. The Government of India has conveyed to the states that if they decide to borrow the entire amount of the estimated shortfall in compensation cess of rupees 2.35 lakh crore, it will have to be from the market, and they will have to service the interest on such debt from their own resources. How the states which choose to borrow less, that is rupees 97,000 crore, they will get a host of benefits including access to a special RBI borrowing window and no debt servicing liability. Non-BJP ruled states are unhappy with this. Chief ministers of a number of such states including West Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Delhi and Chhattisgarh have written to the centre to lodge their protest. They say that the centre has the constitutional responsibility to reimburse the loss of revenue of states in the first 5 years of the GST regime, which came into force in 2017. The chief ministers have said if states were to borrow, then repayment schedules would place an extra burden on their finances. They in turn want the centre to take up this burden and pay back the loan by carrying forward GST cess collection past 2022. Bureau report.
Now let's welcome our special guests, Mr. Reddy and Mr. Roy. My first question is to Mr. Reddy. Mr. Reddy, Centre says that there is no money to pay, GST money to pay to the states, and now states are very upset over this. Why is the centre making states unhappy?
We all know the current pandemic situation that there is a shortfall in the GST collections in the entire country and entire world. There is a global recession followed by this pandemic situation. Not only India, every country is facing the revenue crunch. At this current point in time, this centre wanted the states to meet their expenditure on their own, respecting the federal structure and respecting the federal cooperative structure. The centre they gave two options to the states to borrow the money on their own behalf and pay it back, and centre is ready to pay the interest part. But few states, especially the non-BJP ruling states, have expressed their displeasure. It is not the centre's intention to avoid the total payment, right? Till the March 31st, whatever dues were supposed to be paid on the basis of 14% growth rate YOY, the centre has cleared every rupee. If you look at the Telangana example, the centre has paid more 220 crores rupees more than the payment they are supposed to get over the GST gap from 2017-19 onwards. So there is no scope for any kind of conflict or confrontation, or the center wants to avoid the payment or something. Since the situation is so,
I think we have lost connection with him. So let me turn
Hello?
to Mr. Roy now. Diptesh Roy, as BJP says and the center says that because of pandemic, the revenue collection, I mean the GST collection this time is low. So maybe state should now understand the situation and maybe borrow money to deal with the situation right now. So why is Mamata Banerjee angry?
See, first of all, there are various, there are money which is pending to states. As my respected spokesperson of BJP said that all the deals have been cleared. But it is very clear that the Bengal has many dues, such as from the central assistance scheme, the money from the central government, such as central assistance scheme, 36,000 crores is due. In case of devaluation of funds, it is 11,000 crores is due. In case of GST, the 3,000 crores is due. In case of food subsidy and alternative, there are 3,000 crores due. It is 53,000 crores, which is pending to the state of Bengal.
No, but it's pending, but you understand the situation. I mean, the center says that the situation is such, it's an emergency situation, crisis situation. So maybe the state should understand the situation and maybe deal with this situation till the next year. The center says since this is a very emergency crisis situation this year, so maybe state should deal with this situation this year by arranging money, borrowing somewhere, and deal with this situation this year, and next year they will be paid money as this situation improves. So what is the problem?
If you say the state of West Bengal, as I reside in Bengal, first of all, the Bengal is affected by two crises. Everyone has seen that the Bengal is affected by COVID. So, the whole world is affected. At the same time, there is a disaster, cyclonic disaster called Amphan, which has also hit Bengal. And there are many expenditures which Bengal government has already bear.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, Mr. Roy is talking about West Bengal particularly, but states have their own compulsion. They said we don't have revenues because under GST, now I think earlier it was 31% which states could collect revenue, but now it is 47% of the which is being collected by the center. So there, 47% of those taxes are subsumed under GST. So the center has a responsibility, under the GST law to compensate states. How will the states mobilize revenues?
No, see, here, nobody is saying that center doesn't have the responsibility to pay the compensation on GST part to the states. They are very much right on their part. But at the same time, center has given a lot of relaxation to collect, rather you take loans to meet their...
At the state level. For example, even in Telangana, because of this FRBM relaxations, every month the state government is taking the loans up to the extent of 4,000 crores to meet their expenses. See, the situation is the same all over the country. Every state is reeling under pressure. They have cash crunch everywhere to pay the salaries to the staff. Again, over and above, there is no income is reduced. At the same time, they have to also handle the COVID situation. I am not disputing for it. But the issue is, even for the center, where from the center will get the money. Center also doesn't have a different jurisdiction. It has to come from the states. So end of the day, we all have to collectively face this pandemic situation. Hence, the central government wanted to put it to the states to negotiate their loan terms, rather in terms of interest or any other condition that the lender wants to put on. So they have the liberty to take the loans to their extent of their requirement, and they also have the liberty to fix, rather negotiate the interest rate and all that stuff. It is only to respect their status, not to deny the payment. End of the day, the center has to give them the support. They have to bear. They have to stand beside the state to pay. They have to give the guarantee also for these loans, whatever they will be collecting for the GST shortage, whatever center is supposed to pay. So here, it is not the question of putting somebody under pressure. Even the BJP ruling state also will have the same problem, right?
Okay, let me turn to Diptesh. Diptesh, you heard the BJP spokesperson. He says it's not a denial. Center is not denying. So it's basically deferring the payment. So what will you say on that?
As I have told earlier, there are many pending dues which central government is not paying to Bengal.
and not paying to many states. Okay, so that's why there are 7 states who are opposing the move of the central government. It is very clear that the Bengal has a due of rupees 3,000 crores, which is pending from the central government, who are not paying from the very beginning. So, which is breaking down the entire trust on the central government, and the central-state relationship is totally based on the trust and mutual confidence of both the center and the state. So,
No, as you heard the
longevity of the trust between the center and the state.
As you heard the BJP spokesperson, he says, since there is a crisis, there is money crunch, there is revenue crunch.
Yeah, the crisis is not of this crisis is of all the states. The states, how can the states mobilize the money? The central has the infrastructure to mobilize the money, but how can the state mobilize the money? The central can print out notes, but how can the state do it so?
So, is there a bigger issue than GST? Because we have seen Mamata Banerjee raising issues earlier also with the center. She has had a running battle with the center over various issues, whether we talk about cyclone issue or maybe about earlier the central teams, our health ministry teams going to West Bengal. So, is there a bigger picture than this? Is it politics or is it economics?
Someone I want to say, there are many cases such as we have seen that there are the Amphan as well as the COVID-19 crisis, which has totally break down the economy as a whole.
No, we understand that, but the issue is, I mean, taking up issues right now when there is a crisis. Crisis is with the center also and states also. But at this time, if you talk,
there are many costs which the state is bearing. Every state is bearing. There are many costs, such as from the migrant labor. There are many persons who have lost their job. So that's why there is a huge crisis to every state. The state has to bear. Already every state is bearing.
No, if we talk about collective federalism, so is it a responsibility of the states to share the burden of the center rather than fighting?
I want to say another thing. On December 2013, once the late Finance Minister of India, Arun Jaitley, said during the time of UPA government that when the BJP government was opposing the Congress government for implementing GST, the main reason of Mr. late Minister Arun Jaitley was that he was very much unclear about the fact that if they implement GST, if the Congress implement GST, then will it bear the mutual trust or confidence? That was the main point of the BJP to oppose GST at that time.
No, I am not talking about only about GST. I am saying in this crisis situation, isn't it the responsibility of the states also to bear the bear the burden with and share the burden with the center?
It is quite normal. It is the hello.
Yeah. Please go on. Diptesh, please go on.
Yeah, it is quite normal. It is the collective responsibility of both the central and the state. The state is bearing the crisis. The state is bearing the expenditure. But why central not paying and clearing the dues of the state? Why? I want to raise a question. Why the central government is not paying the dues of the state? And at the same time, the Bengal has a due of 3,000 crores, which is the money of the people of Bengal. Why the central government is not paying?
Can you hear what Diptesh Roy is saying?
Of India?
Yeah, I understand.
So can you answer that?
Yeah, okay, Mr. Reddy, I want to raise a question. Why the central government is not paying the pending dues of Bengal of 3,000 crores, which is the money of the people of Bengal? Which is the money of the people of Bengal?
Okay, Diptesh, let him answer. Yeah. Okay, you just mentioned that center has cleared all dues prior to the COVID situation of states. But isn't that the obligation of the center under the GST Act to make payments? Yeah. But this situation, I mean, center has to rise to the occasion when there is a crisis, and it is the, big brother, kind of. So it has to help the states and handhold the states, isn't it? In this situation, rather than leaving them to their own to fend for themselves.
No. I agree to the fact that their constitutional right as per the GST Act. The center is supposed to pay. But the current day situation is something which is the Honorable Union Minister for Finance has, taken it like, it's an act of God. All these things are result of act of a God. So in these unwanted conditions, in a bad conditions, we all have to collectively work for the welfare of the states as well the entire country. The center is not denying the fact to pay the money to them, whatever shortfall is supposed to be paid. They only have given options to the states to meet their expenses. End of the day, they are supposed to get the money.
But the
That is
states,
the ultimate thing, right?
but the states have a valid issue. They say we will fall into a debt trap if we borrow money now. So how will we repay it? So they have a real issue.
End of the day, the central government will be liable to pay whatever shortfall, whatever gap of that 14%, even in the future. The center is not denying the fact that they will be paying it. Only for time being, till the things become normal, the center wants the states to meet their expenses by taking loans on their own. They gave two options. Even in that, they cannot choose one of the options. So no way it is going to hamper the states, interests. It is only in the good interest of the states we are doing it. Nothing else.
But under the statement of act of God, the center cannot leave the states to fend for themselves. That is the point I am trying to make.
No, you are right. Center is not, if that is the case, center would have not given the options, right? Center gave them options only to cover their expenses, to meet their expenses, to raise their loans. Center will be the guarantee for it, right?
That's about 97,000 crore if they take that loan, that part of that. That part of the dues, if that is taken care of, isn't it? Not the entire amount.
Yeah, 97,000 crores. Maybe few states now that in the case of Telangana, they are supposed to get some 3,450 crores or something. They were claiming to the tune of 3,452 crores, they can take the loan. Okay, so 97,000, end of the day, it is totally distributed, right? This is completely among the states. So center is not escaping, neither trying to say no to that, payment. Only thing for the time being, they gave the options to meet their expenses. So the intention is not. Hello?
Yeah, please go on.
The intention is not to avoid it. That is the basic thing.
So what happens to the cooperative federalism that the BJP government has been talking about?
That is what I am trying to know. It is actually respecting the states more. It is giving them the chance to, fix their needs. How much money they need to now meet their expenses. But they can search their lenders.
But states are asking for money.
They can negotiate a better lending price.
But states want money. They say we don't have money to deal with COVID and other problems created by COVID and lockdown. So they need money along with respect, isn't it?
See, earlier also, apart from these payments that they are supposed to get from the center, most of the governments are bearing loans by selling bonds, by giving bonds from the state governments as guarantees, or in the open market exposure. They are taking a lot of money from as loans in the whatever FRBM limits they have. This is an additional thing that the center has proposed, and they may take a chance. They also can deny it. So that is what they have done. But here, if one wants to blame the central government that the center is trying to leave the states to their own fate, it is not correct. That's what I'm trying to say. The bottom line is not that. The bottom line is, end of the day, to face this problem collectively, states and central union government, together we have to collectively face this problem, come out of this issue, meet our expenses, ensure that the people's health and other lifestyle issues are met properly with.
Okay, but there are, when you talk about the opposition by the states, or they have written letters, chief ministers have written letters to the center. So do you think there is politics, or it's all related to only economics?
See, now during this pandemic period, let's not see everything in a political note, and let's understand. Let's try to understand their agony or their problems in a non-political manner. Few might also try to blame the central government, but here let us take it constructively. They may have expressed their helplessness to collect the funds, or they may have expressed their future problems. Center will take note of all these things, and they will definitely, I'm sure they will come out with a solution which will help the states to meet their expenses or raise funds, whichever manner it will come out. But we will have to wait a day or two once these letters that reach the union government, and they'll take a decision on it.
But there are voices also, there are maybe murmurs, opposition leaders say that center is deliberately denying money to the states, particularly to non-BJP states, so that they are not able to cope up with the crisis and they fail. Is that correct assessment or allegation?
No, absolutely not. Here in the COVID crisis, Honorable Prime Minister has spoken to all the chief ministers of various states, irrespective of the political party ruling the state. And all the states have been given enough support to face this crisis, right from face masks to the ventilators to the hospitals. Extra money extra funds have been given for the COVID treatments, for infrastructure setup, for gearing up the infrastructure. So where is the question of, seeing with a partisan approach?
But there were some non-BJP ruled states which said that there was discrimination in, distribution of kits and PPE kits and also testing kits. Do you agree with that?
It is absolutely, baseless. I can tell you, even for Telangana government as an example, we have given 7.5 lakhs PPE kits, 14 lakhs N95 masks, 8,500 crores for the COVID treatment facilities. 1,500 ventilators have been given. The central team has visited the state for 4 times, giving them directions. So absolutely, the center is not showing any partiality towards the BJP government, the ruled government, and it is completely baseless that they are not showing interest on any non-BJP ruling government. For center, it is Team India, and in this GST issues also, it's a GST council to decide. In the GST council, all the states chief ministers and the finance ministers are there. They can express their concerns. The freedom is there. They have written a letter to the union government today expressing their concern, expressing their issues. So the center will take note of it in a constructive manner and tries to give them a solution which will be helpful to all.
Okay,
there is no partisan approach.
Okay, Diptesh, if I may ask you, Mr. Reddy says that center has given entire support, all full support to states in meeting.
From the very first day of the COVID, I want to say Central has not supported anything to where I live, that's in Bengal. As I have seen Central from the very first day, the PPE kits were sent by Central was totally faulty. So it is a statement of the central agency. It is a statement of central agency.
Getting faulty kits may be accidental. Do you want to suggest that it was deliberate?
So why it happens to Bengal? Such as non-BJP states?
Why it happens
as well as I want to raise a point.
Mr. Reddy.
Bengal has been totally, as the non-BJP state is totally being discriminated. Yeah, the point
I want to differ with my good friend who is on the panel now. See, even Telangana, Tamil Nadu.
Mr. Reddy, let him complete. Mr. Reddy, let him complete.
Bengal has been affected with 2 crises. One is with COVID and another is with Amphan. And why the Amphan is not being declared as a national disaster? Why it is not being declared as a national disaster?
Mr. Reddy,
only a rupees of 1,000 crores has been. Only a rupees of 1,000 crores have been given to Bengal. Where is Bengal has expended till date is 6,250 crores rupees.
Okay, Mr. Reddy, we are running out of time. In brief comment, can you answer this?
From the very first day,
here,
Diptesh, let him answer now. Diptesh, let him answer.
Why the central government? My question is very clear. My question is very clear. Why the central government is not paying the dues of Bengal, that is 53,000 crores. The total due is 53,000 crores. And the GST
I would like to tell my good friend.
Diptesh, let him answer now.
Why the central government not
I would like to tell my good friend that Bengal also is in
the national disaster. So it is not discrimination.
Hello?
It is not discrimination. I want to ask Mr. Reddy.
No.
Is it not discrimination?
Okay, let him answer. Okay, let him answer. Diptesh, let him answer. Yeah.
See, I would like to tell my good friend that Bengal is also a part of this nation. There is no second thought in it.
Government is not thinking
Okay, any quality of a PPE kit cannot be attributed to the Union government. See, even the state governments were given a chance to buy their own PPE kits, make their arrangements. Center also has supplemented to it. So we need to understand that Bengal also is a part of this country. We have not shown any partisan approach towards it. The center has done its best, even for the Bengal's welfare, whether it is COVID control, whether it is flood control situation, whether it is flood assistance, everything has been properly given to even Bengal. If they think that they are not a part of this nation, it's a different case altogether. But the Union government always has taken care of the interest of the Bengal. There is no second thought in it. If there is any apprehension, if there is further clarification, we are ready to give it. But as far as concerned, there is absolutely no different kind of approach towards Bengal. It is equal to all the states in the country.
Yes, Mr. Reddy, I want to ask you. I think you don't have proper knowledge about Bengal. So you know what's the value of assistance the central government has provided Bengal. Do you know that?
Okay, he is saying there is no discussion.
Bengal has been affected.
Okay, Diptesh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear, but I want to ask one thing. Why the central is not paying the dues to Bengal? Why?
He is saying that he will be...
From where the state will mobilize money?
We are clubbing two issues together here. We need to understand.
It is a fact. From where the state
Talking
will
about the
mobilize money?
GST,
Central has that
GST
infrastructure, but where the state will get
shortfall.
the infrastructure to print out notes, the central has that infrastructure.
We are
but the
clubbing two
state
issues
doesn't have
here.
the infrastructure to print out notes.
We are talking about GST shortfall. So all the
And we
states have been given.
we have seen the statement, and we have seen the statement from the Nirmala Sitharaman, the respected finance minister of India. We have got a statement from her that he said that government of the state governments can take a loan from Reserve Bank of India.
Okay, I think this debate...
At the time of crisis, where the state is bearing the huge cost of, where the
Ajay,
state is bearing
can
the
you-
huge cost of...
Can you hear me? I am running out of time. I am running out of... My time is... Can you hear me?
I want to say from where the state will get
I
the
can
money.
hear you.
It's a
But
very
I think
clear
Diptesh is
point.
not hearing me.
Mr. Reddy, where the
Diptesh,
state
can you
will
hear
get the
me?
money?
Diptesh, can you hear me?
Yeah.
My program time is over. I think this debate will go on, but thank you both of you for participating in this debate. This is all in the agenda today. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another important topic tomorrow. Till then, goodbye.